Well, good morning. It's Dave in Kentucky. It's Wednesday, and it's a Williams Wednesday. So, a few things we're going to get out today. It's a Williams Wednesday, so we are using Williams soap. I've got it, it doesn't show up real good in here. There's some printing on here. You can see it on the top cap there. But I have a vintage Williams that I made a stick out of to keep in here. I'll wet my face and we'll use that here shortly. But I got a razor in thanks to Jeff, J. Mudrick. This is one that he had found on doing some searching. We'll leave it at that. And it was out of state from where he is, but within 2 hours of me. The woman refused to ship it. She was concerned about that. So he said, here's a tip for you if you're interested. Well, Dave was interested. So the set, it says the gem on it. It's got just two. It came with two blades, wedge blades. And it's a little dirty inside because it was a light color felt there, but it's in great shape. The razor, they only had the one picture of it with regard to it. It had beautiful like leaf work into it, unlike what you usually see. And you notice it says Star Safety Razor. Jeff hadn't seen that, and he thought it might be a mismatched set. I was thinking, well, you know, it might have been just something they called the gem. Lo and behold, Jeff finds an old ad and sent or posted a picture of it. Now we have patent dates on this from England and New York, and they are 1880 and 1887. The ad he had was an 1887 ad, so I'm calling this one an 1887 Star Safety Razor. It has the little tabs up here, if you can see them, where you are able to actually tighten, screw them up and down to adjust the wedge, how aggressive you wanted it. I have the wedges, they're not honed, so I'm trying to use a modern blade. I've got a 3D printed wedge in there to hold it, because in this older models, no safety stops. It'll just slide right out on me if I don't have something there. So it leaves a pretty good, you can't see it on the camera, but it leaves a pretty good gap. Yeah, it's not picking it up. Pretty good gap between the blade and the combs there as well. So that's what we're going to attempt to use, if it'll work. This is third shave on a gem blade. I use this with the Clark Silver King and the Improved King, and I've got those on standby if I need that. Where we covered. Okay, we're going to top with something from Ken. He's on Fluffy on some forums, others Maryland 998. He sent me this. You get it from Germany. Can't get it anymore. It's a great cheap dime store aftershave. Love it. Appreciate having that. I also have, it's been soaking here, is my Fluffy Industries. Fluffy Industry. And I put a mixed Badger Boar knot in it, but the copper edition brush from Ken. And you may have noticed, look at this towel hanging up behind me. What's with that? Well, I'm out watching some trees get cut down on my father-in-law's. Some huge pines behind his house threatening it. So these guys were coming, they were clearing the whole hillside and having to pull them, cable them back into the hill. So I'm standing out there watching this, and UPS pulls up, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, Dave's in trouble. What did he order? There's nothing else really coming in that I know of. Well, Ken sent a little surprise. Ken works at for a road department, plays with big boy toys over in the state of Maryland, and I won't say any more than that because I don't want to cause any trouble, but he has a friend in the sign shop, and because I complain about boars that are shedding, and I know Fuzzy will talk about this and how he sheds a hair now and then, I'm not particular for a hair or two, but I've had some that just shed relentlessly. and that just drives me nuts. And Ken said, you know, I've heard you rant about that. I noticed your walls are bare. Keep in mind, I have some old prints. I'm just procrastinator to get them matted up and framed to hang up. But he said I needed some wall decor besides my calendar. So he sent me a custom-made Fluffy Industries no shedding zone at Dave, Kentucky. Love it. What just a generous and kind thing to do. But that's just Ken. All right, so enough with that. Here we are, we're 5 minutes. Let me wet my face and get on with the shave. And I know Ken said that no need to repay. I'm not out any money. It's just some favors exchanged at work. Well, I already have something I had in mind to send you anyway. And I'm like you, Ken. I can't go unreciprocated. It's just not right in my book. So I got some things I'll have to get packaged up. All right, that should be good. Let's see if we can get, man, it's some heft to this thing now. So I'll say about the razor, nothing stays in the den here that I don't use at least once. Until I get some wedge blades, that may be it for this. This may just be a one-time. I don't even know if I'll finish all 3 passes. Tom White, you may know him better as the brains behind a bunch of 3D razors like the Rabbit, the Wabbit, the Tinzer, one of my favorites. But he has the same razor, and we agreed to both use it today. And he's also agreed to get some wedge blades for several of my razors honed up. He says he's not a professional, but I know he's done some for others, and so I appreciate that, Tom. I will get those out to you when I can. Okay, so I think we're about there with the lather. Let's get on with the shave here. Hopefully. Alrighty. I know you can't see that side. Alright, not as bad as I was expecting it to be. The angle's a little different, but when you can feel the blade, you can find the angle. Oh, by the way, I got a haircut just for the video. How's that? I'll be getting a lot of acne in the mask wearing area, which results in cuttage of pimples. I know it'll hold all the lather from this pass, but I like to try and keep that thing clean. I noticed too that the lever to hold the wedge in is much lower on this than newer models. It holds it there, but it has me a little leery because it looks like it's low and it might allow it to move, but it hasn't moved yet. Later models I have are much higher, but it allows you not to bump it on some of your passes, like on your nose. Actually, a really nice with the green path shave. All right, clean that razor off and get a rinse here. Pleasantly surprised with that pass. This knot is a huge knot. I'm pretty sure it's that 70-30 Boar Badger mix. But just fits nicely. Feels good in this handle he made. Feels good in the hand. All right. I keep looking to make sure this thing's still lined up. Let me take those off. Let's see what we're doing here. I don't know if you're picking up the feedback audible, but it is there. I think I just grabbed the pimple there down here somewhere. Very excited to have gotten this razor. Woman said she was cleaning out the attic of her mother or grandmother, I can't remember. And yeah, I told her, I said, the gentleman that contacted you and myself and others, we're not just collectors of these things as far as like for museum pieces, but we actually use them. So she was interested in a little bit about the razor, and I explained. She said that they're not finished cleaning out that attic. She'll let me know if they find anything else that may be of interest. Maybe there's a double ring up there, toggle. Not getting my hopes up, but you never know. Maybe a Darwin. It's funny. I remember years ago seeing Darwins, people selling them, asking $150. That's crazy. Who's going to pay $150 for a razor? Routinely go for $1,000 or more now. If you see one come for sale. So, wish I bought one before, huh? Not just for its value, just now it's beyond reach of me, obviously. And that's fine. Can't own them all, but you can try. Whiskers there. Thick, wiry white stuff there. So the Williams lather gets pretty thin, but I'm telling you, it's some slick stuff. Alrighty. Wow. Yeah, that feels good. Nice and smooth. Little Humphreys. Getting low on that. One more bottle. They discontinued making it. And these are down to the last two, and I think these are ones that Gus Glazeboker had sent me. Another generous, just so many generous people on the forums. If you're generous, others are generous also. So there you have it. Whipping up some vintage Williams with Fluffy Industry, copper edition brush. Beautiful 1887 Star safety razor. And looking forward to getting some wedge blades done up for that and give this a chance to dry down a little. And we will hit it with CHH tobacco. And before we head out the door, we're going to have some more coffee. We'll hit it with Paco Rabanne 1 million. Become a favorite of mine. Really enjoying that. And you'll notice the 7030 Maggard Boar badger brush had no shedding. It stays in the den. Dave in Kentucky, great shave. Thanks for joining me. Sorry we went a little long, almost 20 minutes. Hope you have a great day today.